Hello and welcome to the Joy of Yoga. Today we are going to be doing a mobility yoga flow so our bodies can move like water through our environment, staying flexible and strong. Let's go ahead and get started on our mat. We're going to come to a seated position. You can just cross the legs, whatever's comfortable for you. I like to lift one hip and then the other, lifting the flesh out from underneath me so I have a nice solid equal base underneath my body. And then we're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead, keeping the shoulders down the back, gentle bend in the arms. Inhale, you can look up. Exhale, place your left hand to the mat and then reach over to the left with your right while twisting your heart up towards the ceiling. Breathe down your side body here. And then as you exhale, reaching up, inhale over to the other side. Exhale up. Let's go ahead and do that 2 more times each side. Inhaling. Exhale up. Inhale over. When I reach over, I'm really extending that opposite hip down as I lengthen up through that arm. Trying to breathe space into my side body and spine. One more time. And then exhale up. And then inhale, we're going to take our left arm on top, right arm underneath, coming into eagle as much as possible for you. So if you just stack and then you can only bring your arms together, touching back to back, that's fine. If that's too much, even just bringing your hands together and trying to bring your elbows to your shoulder height while bringing your shoulders down your back. Whatever works for you, or make your full wrap. We'll inhale here. Lifting our elbows up, gentle arch, keeping the back of the neck long. Exhale, curling in. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. Exhale. Nice. And we'll go ahead and unwrap. Inhale, lifting the arms up. And then right arm comes on top of left, coming into whatever wrap feels good for you. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. And one more time. Beautiful. And then coming back to center, unwind. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, place the hands behind the back, reaching the heart forward, folding down. Nice. We'll go ahead and take our hands out in front of us so we come into our tabletop. Knees come underneath the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, grip the ground. Make sure you're active and pressing through the tops of your feet, even the tops of your toes. Inhale, you can spread the hips as you let the belly drop, keeping the back of the neck long. Exhale, curl that tailbone under, which lifts everything, and then looking back at your belly button. Inhale, releasing that belly. You can even play with reversing your breath. Just see what feels good for you. Keeping micro bend in the elbows at all times, lifting out through those shoulders. Wonderful. And then coming to just a nice sturdy tabletop here, we'll place our left hand more into the middle. Inhale, reach the right arm up nice and tall. Try and keep your hips squared, get a little bit of a twist. Exhale, thread that right shoulder through. Inhale, lift the left arm up and open this time. So I'm pressing into my right shoulder, extending up through my left arm. Breathe here. Exhale, lower that left hand down. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And then we'll switch sides. Place the right hand down. Inhale, lift that left arm up. Go for that nice twist. Exhale, thread that arm through. I like to extend my neck out before placing my head down and then reaching that right arm up while pressing into my shoulder, my left shoulder that's on the ground. Breathe in and exhale it down. Inhale, reaching that left arm back up. Exhale, coming back to center. We'll take the toes together. You can play with having the knees wide or knees together, setting the hips back and down, reaching the spine nice and long in child's pose. You can lower your head down and just breathe for a moment. On your next inhale, we'll walk the hands over to the left, press through that right palm and send your right hip back in outer space, finding that space along the spine, along the side body, breathing deep. Exhaling back to center, lengthening here. Inhale over to the right, pressing into that left palm, sending the left hip back, breathe. And exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, really lengthen. Exhale, we'll go ahead and shift forward onto our hands and knees. Go ahead and tuck your toes under. Send your hips back and up while keeping a nice bend in your knees. You can pedal out your feet for a moment, especially if this is your first down dog for today. Seeing how everything feels. Is one leg tighter than the other? If you're really having trouble letting your back relax, you can really extra bend your knees and pull your tailbone away from your scalp, and that will really take the pressure and weight out of your upper body and allow your spine to really lengthen out. And then you can energetically lift the hips up to stretch the hamstrings. Beautiful. So now we'll go ahead and walk our feet a little bit closer together. We'll inhale, lift the left leg up, keeping everything nice and square. Exhale, curl knee to nose. Inhale, we'll step that foot through, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Right hip wraps forward as that left hip comes back. Shoulders are soft down the back. Exhale, drop your left hand behind you as you reach your right arm overhead. A little twist here. Inhale, coming back to center. This time we'll exhale, frame that front foot with our hands, tuck our back toes under, and then we're gonna straighten into that front leg as we send our back heel down. So now we're in pyramid pose. Inhale to lengthen the spine, long lifting out of this. Exhale to fold and melt your heart forward towards your shin. Breathing here. Beautiful. And then inhale, we'll go ahead and come up to a high lunge, spinning onto the balls of our back foot. Nice and strong here. Inhale. Exhale again, letting that left hand drop to your right leg as you reach over with the right arm. Gentle twist, heart opener. A little bit of a balance test. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, spin that right heel down once more to open up for warrior two. I'll plug the shoulders into my spine, extending out through the fingertips, micro bend in the elbows. Everything's wrapping in and up as I extend out, soft gaze over the fingers. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to drop our back arm, reaching over with the left, warrior three. And then inhale, open out, star pose. So both feet are on the ground, toes slightly turned in. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Again, same thing, just like with down dog. I keep a micro bend in my knees and I'm energetically lifting my hips up from the ground to create that stretch in my hamstrings. Allowing the heart and the spine and the neck and everything to fall forward. Nice. On your next inhale, we'll lift and lengthen out of this. And then exhale, coming over to the left into a little Buddha lunge. I'm still working on healing my big toe here, so I don't have the best balance right now. So I'm gonna keep one hand down, right hand in on the ground. Inhale, float that left arm up and over. Gentle side twist, keeping a micro bend in that right knee, pulling from the flesh of the heel. Inhale, reaching up, back to center. Exhale, turn to face that front knee all the way. Lowering it down, coming into pigeon. So first we're going to start with a strong pigeon. So My hips are spiraling forward. I'm pressing and pulling into my legs to lift my hips off the ground. And then exhale, sending that back leg back just a little bit more, making sure everything's nice in alignment. Exhale, lowering down. I'll just be here for a moment. And again, I'm still like spiraling my hips a little bit, keeping somewhat of an engagement so I'm not just like spilling over this and maybe stretching too deep. One more round of breath here. And then exhale, go ahead and press into your hands. Tuck that back toe under. Inhale, sweep your left leg back and up. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, lower the feet down. And go ahead and pedal out your feet. Downward dog. Nice. So now we'll go ahead and do the other side. So walking those feet in together a little bit. Inhale, float that right leg up, keeping everything centered and stable. Exhale, shifting forward, knee to nose. Inhale, step that foot all the way through between your hands, setting your back knee down. Inhale, floating the arms up for low lunge first. Exhale, drop your right hand to your left leg as you reach over with the left arm, heart opening. Inhale here. Exhale, coming back to center, placing the hands down, tucking your back foot, spin that back heel down, pressing into pyramid pose here. So inhale, halfway lift and lengthen long. Exhale, melting forward. Micro bend in the knees, engaging and lifting up and in through the hips, allowing the heart and spine to melt towards your shin. Beautiful. And then on your next inhale, we're going to bend into that front knee, straightening our back leg, coming up onto the toes. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, right hand comes back to that left thigh. Inhale, reach your left arm overhead. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, spin that left heel down, opening up for warrior two. I love my sacred yoga mat because it actually helps me to line up my body in all of my poses. So my back, the heel of my front foot is almost intersecting the arch of my back foot. If that's too much of a balance issue, you can always step out your back foot. So nice and strong, plugging in those shoulders, zipping everything up and in. Just the gaze comes over the fingers, breathe. How can we soften over the strength? And on your next inhale, left arm comes behind the back as you reach over with the right, keeping that knee bent. And then inhale, open up, star pose, taking up space and energy. And then exhale, forward fold. So you can also place your fingertips to the earth if you can reach, or to the backs of your thighs or calves, or do a little yogi grip on your toes. Just really trying to make sure that your spine can release down out of this. Wonderful. And then on your next inhale, we'll halfway lift and lengthen out of this. And then exhale, now we're going to shift over into the right foot. This one I don't have such balance issues with. Keeping that left knee micro bent so I can pull from the flesh of the heel and not overextend my knee. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, or you can always keep your left arm down to the ground for balance. Reaching over with that right arm, breathing into the side body. Wonderful. And then now we'll exhale, twist to face that bent knee all the way, coming into our active strong pigeon, lifting up and out first. You can try lifting the arms up overhead. And then exhale, let that leg slither back behind you as you settle more down into half pigeon. And again, I'm still activating my thighs, my legs. Go ahead. So that way everything stays like really safe and protected, so I don't overextend. Just taking a few rounds of breath here. Maybe you find you can just settle more and more as time goes on in this pose. Nice. So now we'll go ahead and inhale, taking our hands back to the mat, tucking those back toes, taking your right leg back and up, three-legged downward dog. Exhale, set it down, pedal out those feet. And just taking a moment once more in down dog. See if you can notice if your hamstrings or your legs feel a little bit more open than when we first did our down dog. Nice, and then we'll go ahead and exhale. We're gonna take our knees to the ground. We're gonna scoot forward on our mats, setting our bottom down. So we're gonna open up the front body just a little bit more now and come into a bridge pose. So taking our shoulder blades underneath our spine. You don't necessarily have to be able to reach your heels, that's okay. It's even a bit more of a challenge if you walk your heels out. Totally up to you. We'll inhale here. Exhale, lift up. So I'm pushing into my toes while pulling through my heels. It's like a double simultaneous movement here. Really pressing up and trying to send my heart forward, and then exhale down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, press and lift. Inhale down. And once more, exhale, press and lift and hold here for a round of breath. Try pushing and pulling. See what that does for your body and in your engagement. Exhale, lower down. Nice. So now we're going to come up onto our hands, keeping our knees bent. You can do 2 things here. You can either come up into like a reverse tabletop, or if you want to extend all the way back, you can come to a Lord of the Fish pose. Whatever feels good for you. So wherever you're at, we'll just stick with tabletop for now. Over here. So my feet are a little bit close to my knees. Hands are right behind my hips, fingers facing towards my feet. We'll do this 3 times, and on the 3rd one, we'll hold for a round of breath. So on your inhale, exhale, press and lift. Keeping the neck neutral. Only if it feels good, you can drop it. Exhale down, or inhale down. And then exhale up. Inhale down. And last time, exhale. And then hold here for a full round of breath. And exhale down. Nice. So now I'm going to take my left heel up towards my right hip and then stack my right knee on top of my left knee. And then again, lifting the flesh out from underneath me, sitting up nice and tall. So we're in a cow face pose here, and we can bring the arms into it. So again, if this is where you were before, you can even try to like grab your shoulders with your hands. Whatever feels good for you. But since my right leg is on top, my left arm will be on top since we do the opposite. So coming to whatever eagle wrap feels good for you. Inhale, pull those shoulders down the back, lifting the elbows to shoulder height. Breathing here, inhale, lifting up and out to lengthen. Exhale with a nice flat back, folding forward. 2 more times, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. This time, exhale, curl in and fold and stay here, wherever you're at in your body. One more round of breath. And then we'll go ahead and inhale, lifting up. Exhale, unwind. So now we can come out of this in a fun way. I'm just going to, since my right leg is on top, I'm going to twist my body to the left, planting my hands to the ground, and start to lift up out of my legs. And then you can do a little bit of a forward fold here, wide-legged forward fold. And then I'm going to keep twisting to the left, sending my right leg down first, so my right heel is up against my left hip, and then the left leg ends up on top this time. A little loop-de-loo, taking the flesh out from underneath you so you can sit nice and evenly on the earth. Inhale, floating the arms up. Exhale, since the left leg's on top, right arm will come on top this time. Bringing the shoulders down the back, everything is level. Inhale, lifting up and out to lengthen. Exhale, folding out and forward. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, really curl in and hold here. Finding whatever feels good for you and breathe. And breathe into your hips. And breathe into your shoulders. And then 1 more round of breath. And then we'll inhale up. Exhale, unwind. Nice. And then we'll go ahead and twist to come back to that forward fold. Nice. Just letting the neck go, letting the shoulders go. Beautiful. So now I'm just going to turn to face you, but you can stay where you're at. I'm going to turn my heels in just a little and then come into a yogi squat. So sitting up nice and strong and tall here. If your heel is lifted, it might be a little bit easier to hold this pose, or if you want to try for heels lowered. This might be a little bit more of a balance challenge and also a flexibility challenge for your spine. So finding whatever level you're at. I'm really pressing into the outer edges of my arms into the inner thighs, and then pulling my heart up and through. I'm pressing into my feet, pulling in through those inner thighs and my hips, lengthening through the top of my scalp. Inhale here. Exhale, go ahead and come forward, setting your knees down on the ground. Sitting down in between your knees for a little hero's pose. If this is enough of a stretch for you, great, you can stay here. If it's too much, you could always put a block or pillow or blanket under your hips. If you want to take this further, and walk your knees together and slowly lower your back towards the earth. Deep breath through the front of the body. Exhale, try to release. And then when you're ready, slowly lifting up out of this. Want to try and keep our movements as even as possible. Nice. And then we'll go ahead and take our legs out in front of us. Slowly laying back. You can bring your knees to your belly. Inhale to lift the legs straight up. You can grab the backs of the thighs or the backs of the shins. Exhale, bend those knees out, grabbing into happy baby. And then when we rock side to side, we can take our left leg straight as we lean over to the left. Inhale, kicking our right leg out over to the right. Coming back to center. Taking the heels just over the knees, breathing. And then exhale, bringing your knees back to center. I like to give my knees a little kiss. Thank you, knees. You help me walk, run, do yoga. And we'll take our legs straight out in front of us, tucking the shoulders underneath the spine. Deep breath in through the whole body. Exhale it out through your mouth. Maybe 2 more times do that in through your whole body. Out through the mouth. And once more. Really allowing everything to melt and sink into the earth. Just feel the sensations that are going on in your body, staying present in this moment on your mat. And then when you're ready, you start to wiggle the toes and the fingers, the wrists and ankles. Take the arms up overhead for a full body stretch, pointing through the toes, flexing through the heels. And then if you'd like, you can roll to one side, taking your knees up into your belly, a little fetal position. And just pausing for a moment, thanking your body for having the ability to. Computer, stop music on everywhere group. Is that you, Ty?
No.
Computer, stop music on everywhere group. I think it's this one. Can you grab it, please? It's behind the picture over here. Thank you. Taking a moment to thank your body. Taking a moment to thank your body for its ability to navigate through life, bending, twisting, moving, flowing, keeping you supple and strong, capable of tackling anything that life throws at you. Thank you, body. Love you, body. And when you're ready, we'll gently press up to a comfortable seat. Bringing the palms together at heart center. Inhale to lift the heart up to the sky. Exhale to bow your mind to your heart. The love enlightened me recognizes and honors the love enlightened each of you and everyone and everything. Namaste.